Hi gorgeous souls and welcome to our soul-led conversation number 71. My name is Annika. I'm a witch, a healer, a soul-led artist, a soul connector, a spiritual midwife. I help others to live their soul-led life while living mine. Okay, I want to come on Friday. Oh gosh, my hair is getting crazier and crazier. It's like, stick with me. I have a plan for this. And I'm just out of the shower and they're drying kind of like in all directions. There we go. Better? So yes. Okay, I just leave it. Crazy hair for this video. Having said that, good morning from Germany, wherever you are. It might be early morning or night for you, depending on where you are in the world. And I wanted to do this conversation not about this topic, just a soul-led conversation number 71 on Friday. On Friday I realized I had a concussion. So if you have if you have watched the last soul-led conversation, you will have noticed that I actually was in bed and was convinced I did my soul-led conversation for the day and then realized I didn't. This thought process took me so long that I went to bed and actually had to get out of bed again because of the concussion I got on Thursday morning when I bashed my head stepping into the minibus of my father-in-law. So he was helping me with some like visits. We had like Luca needed to go to school and Aiden to kindergarten, then Ori to the doctor and stuff like that. So he was helping me and we were late, just a couple of minutes, but we were late, and I'm very aware of when I have an appointment, I want to be on time. I'm very respectful of my own time. I value my own time and I value the time of others. So that was important to me, and in that hurry I stepped into that minibus and banged my head, like bash on the top, and the next thing I knew I was sitting on the pavement, like just like lightning bolts going through my body, and I didn't even realize it. Like everything took me 5 times longer for the next 2 days. I didn't realize it until Friday morning when I woke up and I had a headache and my shoulder was sore, and I'm like, ooh, okay. And I couldn't focus. I couldn't think properly. And that's when I realized I had a concussion. I'm like, okay, fine. Dennis came home. I'm like, do you think I can do my soul-led conversation? And he was like, you're off to bed. No, like there is no working now. Oh, Melissa, good morning. 4 a.m. What are you doing up? Is this normal for you? It sure isn't for me, but I like last night was a tough night. Oh, the full moon. Like baby was awake until after midnight, and then I couldn't sleep, and then I was up at 5 in the morning. But I saw the lunar eclipse, which was beautiful. It was wonderful seeing the red over, like creeping over the moon. Oh, you're up working, Melissa? Okay, then you're fine. It's fine. If this is normal for you, then I'm not saying anything. So yes, and when so that's the story why I didn't do a soul-led conversation on Friday, which was like, okay, fine, I surrender. This is not in my highest good or any of yours, to be honest, because my head was pretty slow. But I'm back. I'm still recovering. I can feel it. At the same time, I'm back live. And today I want to talk. Oh, hi, my love. Dennis just joined in. Hello, gorgeous. Why are you not working? Yeah, the full moon has brought on the crazy. Absolutely. Lunatic. Lunatic, the crazy people. That comes from Luna, the moon. So it's always like that. Emergency, the ERs, emergency rooms are fuller on full moons, and the police stations are fuller on full moons. Like, it brings out the crazy in all of us, doesn't it? There's a heightening of emotions, pulls that all that water up, and water stands for emotions and flow. So yes, but I'm digressing because what I wanted to talk about is expectations. Over the weekend with the full moon, I didn't make time a lot for ritual because I rested mostly. I slept a lot. I had loads of meditations and naps. And we went on a beautiful cold winter walk. We smashed ice on the river and stuff like that. So that was really beautiful. We had a really lovely time as a family together. But the time I had for myself, I spent painting and napping and meditating. And so there was no big ritual for me with this full moon this month. And at the same time, the ritual I did was very intense for me. It didn't take long, it took like 2 minutes, but I was taking plates from the table into the kitchen, and I saw the full moon their almost full moon on Saturday night shining into the kitchen, and I was just like, I was looking up and I heard her whisper going like, release one thing, pick one thing you're releasing right now. And without further thinking, I went over to my kitchen counter and I scribbled down expectations on a scrap piece of paper. And I grabbed my smudge ball and I opened the exhauster hood over my oven, over my stove. And I just burned the scrap piece of paper. I burned my expectations. I let them go. And then the ashes wanted to be spread under the full moon with the wind. So I opened the window and I blew them out. And all of this took about 2 minutes, and I still get goosebumps. You can't see them because I'm a little cold. So I'm covered from head to toe. But I had goosebumps. I have goosebumps still talking about this because it went through my full body. I had the feeling that I let all the expectations I had towards myself, towards my children, towards motherhood, towards my life, towards my body, towards my partner, towards other people in my life, I just let them go. And sparked was this at the beginning of this year when I saw an event. I watched an event by Kyle Cease, who does incredible work in this world, and if you don't know him yet, he's amazing. He combines transformation and comedy in such a beautiful way that it just speaks very, very much to me. And so he repeated something from another event I had seen also, which just went so deep. He said, when you talk about somebody you once loved and you say, they broke my heart, that's wrong. Your heart is still there, it's beating. What they broke were your expectations. And that hit me so hard. I'm like, whoa, okay. Every time I feel heartbroken, every time I feel like there's some violation of my boundaries going on, every time there's something happening in that kind of area, means that I'm in war with reality. I'm actually not surrendering to what is, and I'm not living in that moment, but I'm grieving the expectations that I had. Now here's the thing, I don't want you to think that letting go of the expectations means that I'm letting go of my desires, of my longings, of my dreams, because that's very different. And that's why I named this life Expectations and Desires, right? Because expectations are something that I made up in my head, and that is how it has to look like. And if it doesn't look that way, it's not right. I don't want it, right? It's like, I wanted it this way and it's not this way, so I'm pissed off, or I'm angry, or I'm sad, or I'm disappointed, all these things. And it's all a removal from what we really are, and that is love. And so, coming back to love, desires are on the other side of the spectrum. Desires are, oh, I can feel that in my heart. I long for this. But we normally don't long for a specific outcome, a specific person, a specific car or house or place we are, or whatever it is. We long how that made us feel. And that is very different, because to come to that place of what you dream of what you desire, that place is actually in you, and it's available to you right now. If you come to this moment and ask yourself, what am I longing for? How do I want to feel? And how can I bring this into my everyday life? And so that's how desires come true. That's how we can communicate if something doesn't feel right. We can stay open. Like yesterday I listened to Brené Brown, and she talks about the strong back, soft front, wild heart, right? The wild heart is allowed to dream. It's allowed to desire. It's allowed to long for things. And with that wild heart come, like, when we go for that wild heart and we want to express and bring into reality what that wild heart is longing for, what we need is integrity, it's boundaries, it's a strong back, it's knowing who you are and then showing who you are in the front. So stay soft, don't arm up, don't take the fists up, don't like put the mask up and put the wall down and try to get something out of the situation. Because that's your expectation. And if you don't get that expectation, your life is harder. You remove yourself from fear. There are two sayings, and I think they're both very beautiful. It's like, one is that there is only two emotions at the base of it, like at the root, and that's love and fear. So love in kindness and appreciation and compassion and generosity, and fear is in anger and in resentment and in unforgiving behavior, in sadness and all of this. The other saying is, and I think I heard Oprah the first time saying it, that this is so cliche, but it's true. I heard her saying it for the first time. I don't know where it stems from, but she says there's only love or the absence of love. There's only one main core emotion. It's like a spectrum, right? You're fully connected to the love in your life and in yourself and what is around you, or you're not, and that's like 100% connected or 0% connected. Living in scarcity, in fear, in surviving, or living in love, in abundance, in joy, in excitement. What else? In prosperity. And on that spectrum we can slide very easily. And especially, did I just say yeah, especially, sorry. I'm not a native English speaker. This is not my mother tongue, so I actually said especially. But especially when something or someone doesn't live up to our expectations, we slide from love into the absence of love very quickly, very easily. So the next time when you feel that you're pulling yourself out of the moment through your expectations, it's not like I expected. When we arrived in Bali on the retreat, I wanted a room in that villa. I wanted the upstairs room because it was whimsical and magical, and I really, really loved it. And I wanted that view in the morning. But we came late. Like the only flights we were able to get and to pay for were flights that came in later than the retreat started. So we had to take whatever we got, and then we got there, and there was like on our bed there was insect wings from all the insects that the geckos had eaten in the roof. Like they were all over our bed. And then like I wanted to join the others at their activity after dinner, but we didn't even make it to dinner. So we had dinner alone, just Dennis and me. And then we wanted to join them, and they were like, oh, we're almost done, we're coming home now. So it's like, this is not how I expected it. And I felt like, shit, this is not off to a good start. And I was like, okay, even better. I know that this experience I'm having right now is even more in favor of me and in the interest of my highest good and the highest good of everyone around me than the experience I wanted to have. And so take this weekend, for example. I had so many plans. I had so many plans for my me day. I wanted to do so much more than the one painting that I did. And there were so many things I wanted to do. And then I released those expectations, and I was like, okay, it is what it is. I banged my head. I'm still recovering from that shitty concussion. It actually made me lie down and rest and enjoy moments with my children too, which were really beautiful. On Friday afternoon, Ari fell asleep on me, lying on me while we were watching telly, and that was really beautiful too. It was a really tender and sweet moment. And I wouldn't have had that without banging my head. Oh man, can you see on my face how embarrassed I am that this actually happened? But it happened. And that's life, isn't it? So yeah, this was my monologue. It's not a conversation if nobody is live, but I know this is a difficult time for many. But if nobody is live and responding to what I'm saying, it's not a conversation, it feels more like a monologue. So I'm actually hosting some conversations, some real conversations, some alive conversations, some conversations where we talk about this and other stuff, where we talk about desires and dreams and expectations and the difference between them, but all different kind of things. I want to talk about not how the weather is, although today is absolutely stunning and beautiful and very, very cold. But I also want to talk, I don't want to talk another time about how my kids are sick or how old they are or what's for dinner and all the other conversations I have 5,000 million times I had before. I want new conversations. I want exciting conversations. I want alive conversations. And that's why I'm hosting 66 conversations. 30 minutes. You don't need more time than 30 minutes. I will show up beginning from March the 21st of March, so that's the spring equinox. From then on, for 66 days, I will show up every morning around this time, 11 to 11:30 a.m. in Zoom, and we'll have a 30-minute conversation with whoever from the beautiful community that I'm calling in already is joining in. So there are women already, soul-led women already joining in this beautiful program. It's called Alive. Tuned in, turned on, alive. I will hop on, meditated, fully clear and clean and with a focus and presence. And then we can have real conversations. Not the small talk, not the chitter-chatter. I'm longing for real conversations with strong backs and soft fronts and wild hearts and vulnerable and open-minded. I will make sure that there are boundaries around this group. There will also be a Facebook group where we can continue the conversation if it's a really good one and we want to continue it over a thread in the Facebook group. And on new moons, I have a treat for you. On new moons, on the 2 new moons in these 66 days, I will do a live stream picking cards for you as well. So you can get spirit messages through me, because I enjoy that too. So this is what I'm putting up. This is what is coming next. I know we have more than 2 months until this starts, and I really want to tell everybody about it. Oh no, it's 2 months from today on. It's the 21st today, right? Yeah, the 21st of January. So in 8 weeks, in 2 months, we're starting. It's a full moon we're starting. It's the spring equinox. It's a really, really special day. The energy is already gathering for that, and I can feel it. I can feel and see the women who are gathering for this, and if you are one of them, there is no offering page yet, so it's not online yet, so you can book yourself in. But if you want to be part of this, and I have to say, this is like, when I tuned into the price, I was like, are you serious? This is €66 for 66 days. €66, €1 per conversation per day. I will be there every single day, and there will be replays, so you can tune into the conversation. If you can't show up live, you can rewatch it. And if you want in, if this speaks to you, if this is exactly what you need because you're sick and bored and feel like the only person who wants more from this life around you, then this is for you, and you can message me and you can join in already. That's it from me for today. Check for yourself if what is happening is actually an expectation broken or a desire not yet fulfilled. And what is left? What is left to say? Oh, you are loved. You're loved. You're loved. You're supported. You're guided. Everything is happening for you. The moment you're watching this conversation is exactly the moment you need to hear it. Whatever resonates with you. Whatever doesn't, just leave it. It's fine. I don't know all the answers. I just share what comes to my mind. What wants to come through me. And, Melissa, bye. Have a wonderful rest of your day too. Enjoy. It's 4 a.m. for you, so you have quite a lot left of your day. And you're amazing. I want you to know that. And the more you live in love, and the more you remove yourself from the absence of love, the more you live true to yourself, because you are love. That's the most important bit. Love is the answer, and you are love, so you are the answer to everything you're wishing for. And you are so worthy and deserving of the desires to be met that you have. Not the expectations, but the desires, the dreams, which your soul leads you to. I'm off. I'll see you tomorrow for Solar Conversation number 72. And yeah, take care. Have a gorgeous rest of your day.